describe it as a Ponzi scheme?
Yes, it's a Ponzi scheme.
But Ponzi schemes always do collapse.
Let me say it again.
Ponzi schemes always do collapse.
Yes.
And this will too?
I understand the argument that it hasn't collapsed, but the numbers in crypto are not real.
Crypto is a Ponzi scheme. Let's talk about a real Ponzi scheme, shall we? Our current financial system. Yeah, the very same money that you work so hard for and bust your butt working in a 9-to-5, investing it in a Roth IRA, investing it in the stock market, investing it in your retirement account, in your pension. Yeah, that same money, okay? Listen to this. It's not backed by anything. Every single thing is pretty much pegged to the United States dollar, from your retirement to the stock market to your pensions to insurance. Every single thing of value in the United States is backed by fiat money. Okay? Mr. Richard Nixon, take it away.
The nation's currency is based on the strength of that nation's economy. And the American economy is by far the strongest in the world. Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States. Now, what is this action, which is very technical, what does it mean for you? Let me lay to rest the bugaboo of what is called devaluation. If you want to buy a foreign car or take a trip abroad, market conditions may cause your dollar to buy slightly less. But if you are among the overwhelming majority of Americans who buy American-made products in America, your dollar will be worth just as much tomorrow as it is today.
Let me say it again.
Your dollar will be worth just as much tomorrow as it is today.
But what backing does the Fed have for that money being printed? The Treasury bonds themselves. So basically, you finance the government by printing money out of thin air.
Say you simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we, as a central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally, and we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government-guaranteed securities, and that actually increases the money supply. We also print actual currency, and we distribute that through the Federal Reserve banks.
Ponzi schemes always do collapse.
Yes.
Let me say it again.
Ponzi schemes always do collapse.
Yes.
The government is funded by money printing, paper backed with paper, a bubble that will inevitably burst. The situation is even worse than it seems.
Day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
The Dow traders are standing there watching in amazement. I don't blame them.
We're now down.
My view of crypto is that, by and large, it is a Ponzi scheme.
Effectively, it's a Ponzi.
So if you want to talk about a Ponzi scheme, let's talk about the current financial system. Let's take a look back at the 2008 financial crisis. Who was affected? Everyone. Not just in the United States, but across the world. Why? Because the world is heavily dependent on the United States dollar. The United States dollar is the dominant currency in the world. Okay? The United States has been the global superpower ever since World War II. So the United States dollar has always had dominance. So everyone was affected. Okay? Now all of these banks that are insured by FDIC, you think the government came and bailed them out? No. The Federal Reserve is only able to bail these banks out when it's only one, maybe two at a time. But when it's everyone, when it's all these banks combined, they can't bail everyone out. I mean, take a look, for example, take a look at Florida when they're hit by hurricanes. And there's millions of homes, there's thousands of homes that are impacted. You think the insurance companies are able to fund that? They think the insurance companies are able to help people out? Everyone? No. They don't have enough money. They don't have the capability to be able to help everyone, to bail people out. The Fed doesn't bail banks on a huge scale. They don't have the funds to be able to bail all these banks out. Do you see the bigger picture? Your money is not as safe as you think it is. It's not safe in the stock market. It's not safe in your retirement. So we are due for another financial crisis.
In 2019, the Federal Reserve committed to building the FedNow service, which will enable banks to provide real-time or instant payments to their customers around the clock, 365 days a year, benefiting communities across America. Recently, the rise of distributed ledger technology, which offers a new approach to recording ownership of assets, has allowed for the creation of a range of new financial products and services, including cryptocurrencies.
Let me say it again.
The rise of distributed ledger technology, which offers a new approach to recording ownership of assets, has allowed for the creation of a range of new financial products and services, including cryptocurrencies.
Let me say it again. You will keep their hands off Bitcoin. They're going to keep their hands off crypto. They're going to let it grow. We're going to let it grow. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler.